A pedalboard switching system, or a programmable loop switcher, is a device that enables you to decide which pedals receive your guitar signal and which pedals don't. On the back of a loop switcher, you'll see a bunch of effects loops. The idea is that your effects pedals plug into these effects loops, and these effects loops are basically gates. So you can decide which gates open to allow your signal through and which gates close that don't allow your signal through. The main advantages of a good loop switcher are you no longer have to tap dance to turn some pedals on and some pedals off, which is fantastic for playing live, especially if you're playing music that requires some more complex sounds. The other important thing about a good quality loop switcher is the tonal advantages that it has. When you chain a bunch of your effects in series, your signal is going from one pedal to the other, to the other, to the other. Even when these effects pedals are turned off, they can still affect your signal. So by the end of having, say, 10 pedals in a row, what you've got at the end of that is quite different than what goes into the front of it. A good loop switcher enables you to simply bypass everything that you're not using. So your signal will only go through the pedals that you want to use to create that sound. For example, at the moment, my guitar is going into G3. It's not going through any pedals, and it's simply going straight out through outputs 1 and 2 into these two amplifiers. What I can do now is decide which effects pedals I want to engage by turning on those loops. So let's say I want to add an overdrive pedal that's in loop 3. Turn that on. That's a little bit dry. I want to add some stereo delay and reverb. So there's that sound. So now I want to go to a different sound. On this sound, I want to add a compressor. So this compressor here is in loop 1. I want to add a different sort of delay. And I also want to add a bit of vibrato. So now when I go back to that first sound, by pressing one button, I'm going to turn off the compressor, I'm going to turn off the vibrato and turn off this delay. At the same time, I'll be turning on stereo delay and reverb and turning on an overdrive pedal. So that's the basics of a loop switcher. Right? The basic functionality is being able to press one button and send your guitar signal to some things and not to others, which does away with that tap dancing between pedals to try and create different sounds. From there, we can get much more complex. We can send MIDI signals at the same time as we press a foot switch. We can send different effects to different amplifiers, and the list goes on. But that basic functionality, press one button, turn some effects on and some effects off. But something that isn't always obvious is the impact that a good loop switcher can have on your tone. By not having your guitar signal going through things that you don't need for that sound, it keeps everything intact and brings a clarity to your signal. So we make everything from a simple 2-loop flip-flop type switcher right up to G3S and everything in between. So if you have any questions about which of our loop switches might be right for you, don't hesitate to get in touch. We'd love to hear from you. Also, sign up to our newsletter. If you're signed up to the newsletter, you're going to get the information first about new products and product updates and all that stuff. You'll also get a bunch of really helpful tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your pedals and your pedal board. So we'll put the link below. Make sure you sign up to that. Cheers, everyone. Take it easy. Bye.